morning, beautiful people. I hope that you are feeling blessed and highly favored on this beautiful Saturday morning. I mean Saturday afternoon, rather. You know. Let's talk real. Let's talk real. I'm about to tell y'all some shit. Cause listen, based on the response that I'm getting from my opinion of what Aisha Curry said, there is a pure, for sure, disconnect between men and women. Like there's a sure one, especially black men and black women. There is a complete disconnect. And I want to clear up some misconceptions. I want to clear up falsehoods. I want to clear up shit that I see that's there. The first thing I want to clear up, somebody wrote on my page after Stephen Curry came out in support of his wife, you know, and the comments he made was basically, thank you for being authentic, even though your truth, you know, you knew it was going to get some level of backlash or whatever, but you were being you, and I love you for that. That was a man who understood life on life's terms. You know, he didn't allow his ego to misguide him from the facts. So people were saying, well, obviously he's not an alpha male, he's a beta male. And I'm like, what? You know how alpha it has to be for you to be comfortable in the reality of understanding that your woman doesn't just need to feel attracted, doesn't just need to be attractive to you. Do you understand what that? Because that's some real shit that the average man's ego, like a beta man's ego, can't take that. See, a beta man needs to feel he's in control of everything. My wife don't see nobody else. She don't never want to talk to nobody else. She don't get no urges, nothing. The only thing she got eyes for is me. I'm the only person she ever sees. The only person she ever want to be with. Never nobody else in this world. And if she do, then she don't want to be with me. She don't love me. That's what a beta man thinks. An alpha man says to himself, there are thousands of men out here. Some are handsome, some are charismatic, some have different attributes that the average woman or even above average woman is going to be attracted to. You know, there are thousands of women out, thousands of men out here, and women who are the nature of a woman is that they not that they require attention, that they naturally get attention. The average woman naturally gets attention. A beautiful woman gets attention from men. That is the nature of life. Beautiful women get attention from men. Not even ask for it. They don't ask for it. They don't seek attention, but it's a normal occurrence for a beautiful woman to get attention from men. So if as a man you don't understand that reality, if it makes you uncomfortable with the fact that your woman acknowledges the nature of a man and a woman and acknowledges that part of nature is not happening with her right now, so she's questioning her own beauty. She's questioning, like, damn, what do I look good anymore? Like, because usually when dudes stop trying to holler at you, you fell off. The average bad chick walks down the block to the store and somebody trying to holler at them and say something to them. When dudes stop trying to holler at you, you fell off. This is common sense. So when a woman acknowledges that what normally happens to her on a daily, what has happened to her for 20 plus years is no longer happening anymore, there is a question in your mind. That's just a normal question. Damn, why dudes ain't trying to holler at me? Not like I want one, but ain't nobody don't look and say something to me. So as an alpha male, I'm aware of that. As an alpha man, I'm aware of that reality. And I'm so comfortable in that reality because I'm aware of what it is, the value that I have. I'm aware that the level of a man I am I'm so comfortable in me that her identifying that and saying, damn, why it's not happening does not bother me. Because I understand it's a natural occurrence, and when things that naturally happen don't happen anymore, there becomes a question. Not saying that you're seeking it, not saying that you need it to validate you, but you're wondering why it's no longer happening when it was something that was a normal occurrence for you. That's just human nature. See, the weak men need to feel in control of your woman. I don't need to be in control of my woman. I don't need to think that I'm the only person attractive to you. And I don't need you to just be quiet about saying it. You can say it publicly, and it doesn't diminish who I am. You can publicly say another man is handsome, or, damn, if I wasn't married, this and that, and I would feel no kind of way about that. It doesn't diminish who I am. The problem is we have become so comfortable in living a lie, in this cookie cutter way that you think that a relationship is supposed to work. And what happens is people are not coming to relationships as their full self. And if I can't be my full self in a relationship, then a relationship eventually is doomed. Because you get tired of hiding who you are eventually. So if I have to make believe that I'm not attracted to any other woman, I don't see any other woman, no other woman is attracted to me, if I have to go through this whole make-believe shit, eventually that house is going to crumble. You understand what I'm saying? I get the whole religious shit. The whole religious thing. I get people have religious values. But religion is a set of rules that people put on you. People adopt in hopes when they reach their higher self. When you've reached self-mastery, religion is perfect for you. That's why you notice that most people who are religious on their later years, who are totally committed to religion on their later years. Not all of them, but a lot of them, because they understand that they still living in the flesh. They still living in the earth. They still living without wisdom. They still trying to figure out certain things. You understand what I'm saying? So people have such warped senses of what a relationship is, and I realize that now. And there's such a disconnect between men and women, and that's why somebody also put in my comments, keep talking on black issues, relationships is not your thing. If you don't understand that relationships are so much of a black issue, we are the ones that's losing in relationships. Do you get that? Do you get that? We are the ones who are losing in relationships. Black relationships are suffering more than any other relationship in this world. And you know why? Because we are trying to live in a society. Like, it's just, for me, it's like this. The same way I say about schooling in America. The schooling system is not set up for us. Just the way relationships and the way that we was taught to have relationships is not set up for us, because it ain't working. If it was set up for us, it would be working for us. It's not working. Because people have this sense of what a relationship is supposed to be. Look, you're supposed to get married. You're never supposed to ever say anything. You're never supposed to, my wife is supposed to do this. My husband is supposed to do that. And that's it. Nah. Relationships and marriages about you finding someone that you are equally yoked with. You finding someone who complements who you are. You finding someone that is the yin to your yang. If you like playing basketball, that person likes to watch basketball or play basketball also. If you like going out, that person wants to go out with you all the time. If you don't like doing none of that, person doesn't like it. There has to be a yin to a yang. That's what relationships about. So what happens and what's going on nowadays, and when I'm reading these comments and I'm realizing that men are lost. And women, and the sad part is, men are lost, and it's based on patriarchy. Because we live in a society that if a woman is so honest about the truth, she gets so much of a backlash that she's scared to talk about it. So she's adopted somebody else's truth to make somebody else comfortable. But the reality is, relationships are not working because men are not listening to women. It's like you having sex with somebody, right? And you doing it hard and you doing it hard, and she's like, yo, I don't really like it hard. And you like, yo, well, if you want to be with me, this how you got to take it. And she's like, all right, I love you and I care about you. So I'm gonna do sex the way you want to do it, even though I'm not really enjoying it. But I'm gonna sacrifice my own comfort to make you comfortable because I want to be with you. That's what relationships have become. Relationships have become 90% of women settling for whatever a man is willing to give her because he doesn't even want to listen to what it is that she wants. Take this in. Listen to what I'm saying to you. 90% of relationships have become women settling for whatever a man is willing to give her because she understands that he's not going to give her what she wants, so she feels like, I love him, so I'm going to do what it takes to make this work. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this. If you're not in a relationship, you can't be in this conversation. If you haven't been in a relationship for over 10 years, you can't be in this conversation. You excluded. If you're not in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship right now, and if that relationship has not been in double digits, then you can't even have a conversation with me. Don't get involved with that. Don't get involved with that with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to debate that. I don't want to go back and forth with you. I'm speaking on having conversations, having a lot of female friends who are able to tell me certain shit about relationships, about changes, about mind states, about the shit they suffering. The average woman is in a relationship, is not even having orgasms in a relationship with men that they love because they scared to tell a man that he ain't doing it right because his ego is so fragile. They not even saying, yo, you're not doing it. You really not touching the spot that need to be touched. Because their ego is fragile, so they don't want to hurt his ego. So they just go and they play this game. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Men have got so engulfed in who you think you are, or what you think you want, and how shit's supposed to go, that you're not even paying attention to the reality of what women are dealing with. Like, when I'm reading these comments on my page, I'm like, yo, we fucked up. Y'all think, you gonna say, well, she can't, you know what I'm saying, she disrespected her man by putting that publicly. How? She got a man that she's with. She ain't never violate that man's sanctuary. She protects his kids. She's protected his image. She's been a wife to that man. That lady expressed the fact that it confuses her that men no longer even try to holler at her. She been a bad chick her whole life. Before, it was a bunch of men trying to hit on her. She would turn them down like, no, thank you. She still knew she had it. Now, she see millions of women coming at this man, and not one man is coming at her even giving her a compliment. Like, damn, that man lucky. And you have a problem with that because she said it publicly. Why does she got to whisper that? The fuck? What did she say that was so damaging to Steph Curry's image in that? Beta male. Beta males, you don't understand what a beta male is. You probably do because you probably a beta male because you so insecure in you that you can't take the fact that your woman might be attracted to another man and say it publicly. Because it will hurt you. It hurts your heart to know that another human woman sees another human man and is attracted to him. It hurts your heart that another human woman would like to get a little bit of attention from another human man outside of somebody that she's with every day for 10 years. It bothers you. That's disrespect. That means that the relationship is in disarray. Everything is going wrong. We no longer care about each other. It's all fucked up now. That's a beta male. An alpha male understands the reality. Alpha man realizes that we are human beings. And at some point, there's a level of tension that every human being likes to have. It's not insecurity. I don't know if it's insecurity. It might be a level. I don't think it's insecurity. I think it's reassuring your security. It's reassurance. You know, if you put on an outfit, and you're like, oh, I noticed she look fly. And you walk outside and not one person gives you a compliment, and they complimenting everybody else around you, you start to guess like, damn, does this outfit really look fly? I thought this shit was fly. And nobody ain't compliment the outfit. And you constantly doing that, and nobody's giving the outfit a compliment. It makes you think, like, damn, do I really know what I'm doing? Like, I remember I used to be going out, and I used to get compliments all the time. So that's human nature. The fact is, a lot of you men are weak, man. Men are weak, man. That's what the male ego is so fragile, man. And I get it, man. I get it. This is why a lot of these women are turning to other women. You niggas is weak. You can't even accept that your woman, you ain't the only person attractive to your only woman. She's supposed to only tunnel vision you. Like, what kind of corny shit is that? Like this, yo, for real, or some real shit, man. A lot of you men are pushing women away. Black relationships are not working because of women. I realize that it's because of men. The black man ego right now is too weak. I read it in my comments today, man. You niggas can't take the fact that your woman would like for a man to say, damn, you look good today. Like, that bothered you? That was violating her relationship. It violated her marriage. It made him look like a beta male. How? Because his woman ain't lie, like your woman is lying to you, telling you, oh, you doing all of the shit that's perfect for me. And not happy at all? Because she ain't living a lie? Like, what? Because she was able to speak her truth with no, and her husband was acceptance of that? Because he want her to be her full self with him? He don't want her to feel like she got to tell that to somebody else, to another nigga could come and be like, damn, you know, right, baby? Yeah, you know, she said it publicly. It wasn't nothing trying to hide. She wasn't trying to get nothing on the low. If she was out there trying to, she could have put up pictures and shit like the rest of these bitches be on the gram. She not seeking attention. She not seeking validation. She ain't clout chasing. But she feel like she a motherfucking queen that deserves natural clout. She ain't chasing it. She feel like I'm a motherfucking queen. Beyonce ain't out clout chasing, but they running around trying to get her because the natural aura of a queen, she figures I give off the aura of a queen. I'm with a king. And people are supposed to acknowledge that. How he playing his worst basketball, and he had 33 yesterday in the second half of a game and won the series. Like, what are you talking about, man? Some of y'all dudes just say the weirdest shit, man. Look, black woman, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize for some of these weak men. I'm telling you. And it's not our fault. We were raised to believe this corny shit we believe. We was raised to believe that y'all not supposed to have emotions, that you just supposed to be there. We supposed to lust. We supposed to look at other women, porno, and all this shit, and you supposed to just sit there and just be so happy to be in the presence of a black man that you don't even know nobody else is there. You don't even know nobody else is there because you so engulfed by your man. This is what life is teaching you. You are so engulfed. You're supposed to be so engulfed in this one man that you've been with for 10 years that you don't even see anything. You know how difficult that is? Relationships, marriage is the only thing in the world that's supposed to last forever. You know that? You love your kids, right? You raise your kids up, and at some point you want them out your house. You like, yeah, y'all gotta go. I can't go nowhere. Where the fuck you want me to go? Where you want me to go? You know what I'm saying? You raise your kids up, and at some point you want them to leave your house. You love them to death. But when they get 18, you want them to go. You want to live your own life. Right? Relationships and marriage is the only thing people are telling you is supposed to last forever. You get a pair of sneakers. You love these favorite pair of sneakers. You love them. New pairs nigga come out, you go, oh, these shits is fire. Now you love these. You still love the other ones. But you ain't supposed to love nothing else. You ain't supposed to want nothing else. But marriage is the only thing in this world that they are telling you is supposed to be eternal. Just think about that reality right now. And think about how hard that is. And think about why it's not really working for most people. Because most people are going into it with a false sense of what it's supposed to be. It ain't peaches and cream. Some days you don't even like the person that you love. Some days you like, yo, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting away from this person. Some days you're not attracted to them. They're not attracted to you. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to be around them. They done said shit. Everything they do just irks you. And then some days you love them more than the motherfucking son. That's life. That's realistic. But nobody wants to live in reality. Y'all want to live in a false one. If you ain't been in a real relationship, then you don't know what it is. You judging somebody's real relationship by some shit that you seen on TV. You judging their relationship by the Steph Curry you know on Instagram. And you see it play basketball. You don't know what that man do with his life. You don't know what you see some pictures of him saying, hugging her up, and you say, oh my God, he's the best husband in the world. Want me to tell you all day. The nigga y'all see on Instagram ain't the man I get. If you judging somebody's life by Instagram, you are sadly mistaken. Like you judging that woman's life by a few Instagram pics and some motherfucking interviews that you see him have. And you telling her she should be overwhelmed because you seen some motherfucking pictures on Instagram that made it look like he the best man in the world. I just want to know. Explain to me that. How do you judge somebody's real life based on the internet pictures that you see and what you read in the article and say, yo, nah, that man don't deserve that. She playing that man. He doing everything right by her. How do you know that? How do you know what's going on in those people's personal life? Like, y'all people are crazy. People are completely crazy, man. And it's sad because the internet has sold you a dream that you brought. And then when you face with the reality, you don't even know how to deal with the reality no more of life. Like we stop even identifying with the reality of life because the internet told you it's supposed to be something different. You know? You're not listening to these women. You're not listening to them. And that's why we losing. You don't know their story. How the fuck do you know their story, Face? How do you know their story? From where? You know Stephen Curry. You at his house every day. Y'all go play ball. Y'all go get some dinner. You know, like y'all used to go to high school together. Y'all was in school. Y'all did all this shit. Like you know her. You know she called you and she vent to you what's going on in their relationship. Like that's what's happening. Like that's what's happening. Oh, okay. So you know these people. Know these people, huh? People, yo, listen to me. Y'all gotta calm down, man. Black man, listen to the woman, man. You watch the story that they put out, man. You know how many times 10 years later they come out with a story about the dream couple you thought was having and there wasn't nothing about it a dream? Like you don't know what's going on in nobody's life. Martin Luther King was the best man and they found out his whole life wasn't what you thought it was. Malcolm X and Israel. Like you don't know what's going on in people's life. You don't know. You don't have a clue. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even understand that as you evolving. When you're 20 years old and you get in a relationship with somebody at 20, you're not even who you gonna be yet. You don't even know what you want for your life. You making a lifetime decision based on a temporary situation. At 20 years old, you don't know who you're going to be. You are going to evolve into somebody that's completely different than the person you was at 20. You're going to learn things about life. You're going to learn things about your partner. You're going to learn things about yourself that might no longer fit the person you are 10 years from now or 20 years from now. You don't even know. People are jumping into relationships based on this feeling. Oh, I love this person. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Men ain't listening. Men are not listening. You're not listening to what's going on, man. As a man, don't get into a relationship till you know who you are. Because your needs and your ideology and everything about you changes every day. And sometimes you don't grow together. Sometimes you go in different directions. Sometimes you find out shit about you that makes you question everything that you live right now. Sometimes you marry a Christian woman and then you realize that damn Muslim faith fits me. And the woman like, yo, I ain't gonna be no motherfucking Muslim. Like, my family is Christian. Like, you don't even know who you gonna be. You don't know what's going on. You can't make a discernment about somebody else's life. You don't even know what's going on in your own life. You know, this is just real shit. You know, this is just real shit. It's about making real decisions. Understanding what's going on in real life. I commend Steph Curry. I commend Aisha Curry for being transparent, because what they did was create a conversation. There's so many women that want to say shit. There's so many women in their house not being completely satisfied by their men, or not being nurtured by their men, and they scared to tell them. There's so many women that feel certain shit in relationships, insecurity, whatever it is, and they can't say it, or they don't want to say it because it will violate what it is that a relationship or marriage is supposed to be. There's so many women that have natural wants and they can't tell you. So what happens is you leave the door open for another nigga, because she can't tell you this. Because if she tell you that oh, damn, it would be nice for a man to flirt with me from time to time, she a slut. So what she got to do is tell the dude that, well, thank you, men don't usually flirt with me. It felt good to do that. She can't tell her man that she said that to him, because you know why? Because he going to be so jealous. Like, why you need another nigga to talk to you? You a hoe? You a thought? Not laugh it off and be like, oh, okay, babe, I get it. No. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I get it. So what did the dude say? He said, no, he didn't say nothing. All right. Well, he's supposed to compliment you. You are beautiful. If I don't say it enough, then I'm sorry, babe. Let me get back on my game. Let me get a little further. You know what I'm saying? She's like, no, you do say it enough. But every now and then it feels good to see somebody acknowledge, that I still got it. And that's supposed to smile, and you're supposed to go off and go about your business. That's just real shit. That's when you are alpha male. A beta male is gonna be like, what? Why do you even talk to a nigga? Why you let a nigga say something to you? That's beta. You know how weak you look to you know how weak you look to a woman when you are threatened by another man? You know how many women are drawn more to men when you threatened by them? Just think about that. When you do everything in your power to down talk and be fearful of another man, you look weak to a woman. You look weak to her. When you so comfortable that you don't mind what room she in with another man, because you know who you are, you know what you represent, and you understand that any room you walk into, you that powerful, that if she decided to be with that man, that's a decision that's probably best for her. That she ain't for you anyway. When you can move in spaces with that mind state, when you can move in spaces understanding your own power so much that it resonates, a woman don't want to lose that. She don't want to lose that. When she know that her man can walk in any room and have less than anybody in there and still look more powerful and have regalness and have radiance in any space, no matter who there, you know how much that alone makes a woman feel like I can't lose that. No matter what another nigga got, who he is, and that. When she know that you are so comfortable in the space that you are, she's that much more attracted to you. She's that much more loyal to you. You trying to over exert and who you talking to? That don't make no woman loyal to you. It never made no woman loyal to you. That never made no woman. I'm gonna tell you this, man. It never made no. You going through a phone trying to stop this and that. It never made a woman. What made a woman loyal to you is making her feel that her losing you is gonna be something that's detrimental to her. They gotta feel that what you bring to their life is so important, that you represent so much strength and power in their life, that they don't want to risk losing you. That's what an alpha male is. That's when you're alpha male. Alpha male ain't you trying to control a woman and don't be going around that dude, this and that, or why you gotta be around him, or because of this and that. That shit you look weak. You look weak to the woman. You look insecure. You look like you feel like that man right there has something you don't, so you don't want her to be around him to get that. So she interested to see, like, what does he got that this dude don't want me around him so bad? Like, what about him? He talk bad about him all the time. Let me find out. Let me find out what this dude got. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. That is what an alpha male is. An alpha male is being distinguishable amongst other distinguishable men. When you get that, then you got it. Once again, man, start listening to these women. They telling you what they want to hear. You telling them not to say it. Because you tell them not to say it, it don't mean they ain't thinking it. It don't mean it ain't shit that they feeling. You trying to quiet someone from telling you their feelings because it makes you uncomfortable. Because you're not strong enough or you're not secure enough to deal with that reality. Become secure enough. Step into the new age. Be a man. It is time for manhood. It is time for men to return to the real natural essence of what a man is. We're moving so far from that. So we're moving so far from it. If you want to talk about alpha and beta, man, you know how strong I am. I don't even have to attempt to show power, to be powerful. That's what power. I don't have to impose my will to have my will imposed. You heard that? I don't have to impose my will to have my will imposed. My power is so strong that people want to do the shit for me that needs to be done. Because they feel that it's going to be beneficial to them and everybody else around. That's what power is. Powerful is when your woman doesn't want to disappoint you because she values you so much. And if she doesn't, then that's not the woman you should be with. Either way, it's cool. You don't lose. If you got a woman that's willing to violate your sanctuary, violate your relationship to get something else, she wasn't yours. She wasn't for you. I'm just telling you some real shit. I'm reading these comments and I'm just stuck. Dude's like, nah, she wasn't supposed to say that publicly. You know what that statement means to me? It's like you could lie. Like you could tell me the truth. You could do all this shit, but you just lie in public. Like I need us to live make believe shit is what it's not for the public. I need us to make believe. As long as you make believe and we moving in a make believe world, I'm comfortable with you. When you no longer want to make believe and you saying shit that's real, I'm no longer comfortable because it threatens my ego as a man. I'm done.